Why do you need a personal brand? And why is it important? I've gotten some questions from viewers recently, and I want to answer them. So I'm going to take a few minutes here and answer them. Let's check it out inside. So the first question I got was from John. John asked, personal branding, why is that important? My answer to you, John, is this. Personal branding is crucial because it helps you stand out in this crowded marketplace on social media, establishes your identity and reputation, and making you memorable to your audience. A strong personal brand can lead you to even more opportunities, whether it's new clients, speaking engagements, collaborations, new platforms. It can open up opportunities. Look at me. I'm hosting my second event in the fall. I've been on several podcasts, host my own podcast. I'm an author, a speaker, digital marketer. I'm in demand because of my brand. So just remember, you can be on demand because of your brand. How does digital marketing complement personal branding? That's from Sarah. Sarah, thank you so much for your question. Digital marketing amplifies your personal brand by reaching a wider audience through various platforms, online and offline. It involves strategic planning, like social media marketing, content marketing, email campaigns, to build you audience and be able to nurture those relationships, driving engagements and conversions. And when I say conversions, I mean sales. You might convert them into being on your email list and then convert them to being wherever, to a customer. So once you know you have a buyer's list, you can sell them again and again. Every person on the email list is about worth $1 per month if they're a real email subscriber. What are the key components of a strong personal brand? It is a clear and consistent message, a unique value proposition, and a professional identity, whether it be logos or colors, and a compelling story that resonates with your target audience. Authenticity and consistency are the crucial parts in maintaining your brand's integrity and yours. Malcolm, how do I identify my target audience? You got to start first, Malcolm, by analyzing people who are just attracted to you or people who had similar problems to you. You see, you can use tools like Google Analytics or social media insights and customer surveys. But I just prefer to be like, who's going through the same things I'm going through? Who resonates with what I'm sharing? I have a friend who's in charge of this great big, it's a beautiful social media group. It's inside of it's a community she's created. And most of them, 90% of them are moms, 95% of them are moms. So if you're a mom and you resonate with other moms, that's your target audience, right? You should define your ideal customer's age, gender, location, interest, and mainly pain points, right? What causes them pain? What's keeping them awake at night? What's keeping them from making money online, if that's the type of person you're going after? This helps you tailor your branding and your marketing and also your content to meet their needs. So you're helping them reach their needs. What platforms do you need to use for personal branding? Well, if you're tight on time, I would tell you Facebook and YouTube and Pinterest. But then that automatically puts you on Instagram if you know what you're doing. I would say market on all the platforms, make the biggest net you can make. And then if you have to, you can get some options to help you promote and get your stuff done so it reaches as many people as possible. Short form video content would be Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Long form is going to be long form videos will be YouTube. LinkedIn's great for professional networking. We haven't mentioned X, but if you're going to have a blog, if you're going to have written content as well, you're going to need to do Pinterest, so you get the SEO strength from Pinterest. And if you're going to have YouTube channel, you need to have Pinterest, so all your videos can be there as well. It's essential to maintain your presence online on multiple platforms to just get maximum reach. How do you create engaging content? Well, this may not be the most engaging in the sense of excitement, thrills, whatever, but you want to offer different sides of your personality, different sides of who you are as a person. We'll be walking out by the pool, having coffee in the morning, on the porch. You want to offer different sides of yourself, right? Typically, you'll see me here recording in my studio because it's the best thing for me. I can record other places. It's a little more difficult, and I find it challenging. So I don't do it as much, but I do it. So you need to find on what provides value to your audience. For example, if you're a comedian, humor is a value. And it can be valuable to all of us, really. I try to sneak some humor in here. I try to have a good time of what I'm doing. You can do educational. You can tell your story. You can do entertaining, inspirational quotes, behind the scenes look at your business. You can use a mix of formats and things. Here are some ideas: blog posts, videos, infographics, podcasts. Keep your content diverse and engaging. One of the most common mistakes that people make in personal branding. One of the common mistakes is being inconsistent with your messaging and visuals, or neglecting your audience needs, over promoting yourself, failing to engage your followers, just name a few. Mike, thank you for this question. It's important to stay authentic to who you are, provide value, and interact with your audience regularly. I want to say this: a lot of the stuff I do, in case you haven't noticed, I work full-time still at this point. So a lot of stuff I do, I record on one day and I do enough content for the whole week. I want to encourage you that you can do that too. Just when people make comments on things, make sure that you are not ignoring them. Make sure that you're regularly checking in with folks. If they put a like on there, depending on what platform you're on, if you put a like on your thing on Facebook, there's not much you can do except thank you for all the interaction. You can put that as a comment. If they comment, always like and reply. Always like and reply, whether it be on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I always try to reply to them if they put some kind of comment. Do I always get to it right away? No, but as soon as I can, I get to it. How do I measure success of my personal branding efforts? This is from Kim. How do you measure them? Well, here you go. If you're growing, you're doing well. What do you mean if you're growing? If your emails list is growing, if there are more and more people following you, if you have more and more people wanting to get to your stuff, and sometimes it takes time to build up that momentum. You can use KPIs, key performance indicators, like website traffic, social media engagement, likes, comments, and shares, follower growth, email open rates, and conversion rates. There are all sorts of tools you can use. But I would like to say you've got to check and see if you're speaking to your end user. See if people are really being moved by what you have to say. See if you're really helping them solve a problem. Can personal branding help me charge more for my services? Well, John, the short answer is absolutely. See, a strong brand positions you as an expert in your field, but not only that, but because of your background and your passions and your and other things that are in your life, it gives you a unique perspective on the job, right? Or in your field, and increases your perceived value. People recognize your brand and trust your expertise, they're more willing to pay more for your services because you are the expert. Sally has this question here. How do I build trust with my audience? Well, how do you overcome the like, know, and trust factors? They have to spend a certain amount of time with you to get over, I'm sorry, couldn't talk for a second, to overcome the like, know, and trust barrier, right? First, they've got to like you. And once they like you, they may start to trust you. Once they start to trust you, they can buy from you. So you have to overcome the like, know, and trust factors, right? You got to share your journey, including your successes and failures. You got to provide valuable and reliable information consistently, authentically, being authentic while you're doing it, and being transparent, right? Uh, while you're all the while engaging with your audience, keeping it genuine, and being responsive to their feedback and questions. One of the reasons I'm doing this video is because I really want to interact with you guys. And sometimes I'm just not able to get to you when you're online. So hopefully, Charlotte, what role does SEO play in personal branding? SEO can be huge because you've got Pinterest, YouTube, your blog. How important is it going to play? SEO can be vital for increasing your online visibility by optimizing your website and content for search engines. You can attract more organic traffic that way, so you don't have to spend so much in ads. Using relevant keywords and creating high quality content to build up backlinks and improve your search in the search engine rankings. Dwayne asks, how can I leverage social media proof in my personal branding? Well, when you do something that works real well and people are commenting on you, or you interview them, or you can say, let's say you come up with a product and someone uses it and they get good results. You can have them make a short video or say something back to you, and you can post that Sally Sue liked your product, that Dwayne liked your product, that Charlotte liked your product, right? And they had a good experience, and this is what they said about it. And it significantly enhances your credibility. It showcases you as the expert at another level. It's called third-party verification. Psychologically, it's proven if I say I'm great, people might believe it, but a lot of people want to doubt it. But if someone else says I'm great and I say, how can I help you? You'll think it's awesome because a great person is trying to help you, but you're a great person as well. So it'll be, you showcase these, you put these up on your website, social media, and your marketing materials to help overcome that like, know, and trust factor and build authority with your end user. How do you maintain your personal brand during a crisis? Well, it depends on what kind of crisis. We had a pandemic a few years ago, and I would say that during a crisis, you just communicate openly and honestly what's going on, no matter what kind of crisis it is. You address the issue head on and with integrity. Take responsibility if you did something wrong. Outline the steps that you've taken to resolve it. You got to maintain your transparency and integrity. Showing empathy can help you preserve and even strengthen your own personal brand. Someone here, Kelly, what's the difference between long form and short form video content in digital marketing? Long form videos, typically anything over 10 minutes. They're great for going in depth, like what we're doing now. And you're seeing this, and as a short form, you'll understand that this short form is taken from an excerpt from a bigger one. So go watch the big one, the long form on the YouTube. Short form is something under 2 minutes typically. Today we're talking about 45 seconds, roughly. It has quick, engaging content like teasers, highlights, social media posts. Both types have their place in a well-rounded digital marketing strategy. If you have to choose between long form and short form, how would you choose? Well, I'll tell you this. You got to consider your audience's preferences and where they're hanging out. But I would say this, do both. Do the long form and then cut it up into short form. And then post the short form on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and wherever else. This is going to be a long form piece of content, but it's also going to be short form. So you're going to see this video and similar like this all over social media. How often should you update your personal brand? You got to regularly review and update your brand to ensure it stays relevant and is aligned with your goals and your audience. This might involve refreshing your visuals, tweaking your message, or exploring new platforms. But don't be too drastic and too quick to change. That can confuse your audience. Using personal branding and social media, how do I grow my email list? Well, you create a product that you're willing to give away for free. It's called a lead magnet. Whether it be an ebook, a webinar, exclusive content to entice people to join your email list. Promote these offers throughout the website, social media, and on ads. Once you have their email, nurture the relationship with valuable content and personalized communication. Things they're looking for at building a personal brand. Things they're looking for at things they want to hear about in digital marketing or whatever it is that your niche is, right? That my niche is personal branding, digital marketing. So whatever they want to hear, whatever you think is your niche, that's what they want to hear. What tools should I use to streamline my personal brand and digital marketing efforts? Tools like Canva for design, Social Pilot, Tailwind for social media management, Aweber for email marketing, Google Analytics for tracking, Zapier for automation. All those can significantly streamline your efforts, saving time and improving your efficiency. Should I use storytelling in my personal brand, says Jenny. Storytelling is so crucial as it makes your brand more human and it makes yourself more relatable. That's why I share personal stories of my challenges, successes, and trying to connect with my audience on an emotional level. A compelling story can inspire others and motivate your audience, making your brand even more memorable. Excuse me. Let me tell you a story. I got started, my entrepreneur journey started when I was 9 years old. I became a paper boy from the Grand Rapids Press. I started delivering papers. I grew from one paper route to two, from two to three. Then I handed the third paper route off to a friend of mine, and then I went back down to two. And soon a lot of my friends had paper routes. We're all doing this for extra money on the side. And I just want to tell you that it, one, showed me that I was a leader. Two, it showed that people want to do something to make life better for themselves. As kids, I would say out of my friends that were local and nearby, I had five. And out of those five friends, three of them either had a paper route, picked up a paper route, that kind of thing. They decided to have a paper route. So there were great things that happened when I had a paper route. I had so many successes. I won contests. I won a boombox. I won trips to Cedar Point, which is a amusement park up in Ohio, or down in Ohio if you're in Michigan. I had failures where I had customers that didn't want, who didn't like my service or whatever the case may be. I had to learn how to serve people and become better at my craft, which was delivering newspaper. But it also ended up helping me in my other areas of my life as I grew, is it taught me how to serve people when I worked in restaurants, when I worked in warehousing. All these things taught me how to serve and just to work hard and stand out by always doing what you say you're going to do. So that's just a story. That's an added benefit. Joe asks, what are the first steps to take when you decide to start a personal brand? Well, you want to define what your goals are, right? How you're going to attain those goals. That's called a mission. The vision is how you're going to get there, and the values of what you're going to stand for. Identify your target audience and what is your unique value proposition. Well, Chris, how do I do that? Take your passion, your purpose, put them together, find how you've come up in life, your prerequisites, I call them. And when you take all three of those, you'll find that sweet spot that only you have. You got to create consistent, visually identifiable brand and start building your online presence with that brand through a website and or social media profiles. Begin producing value content that resonates with your audience. Chris, what is it? So I know this question is coming, so I'm going to answer. Chris, what is value content? Value content is where you just give value and ask nothing in return. You ask value and ask for nothing in return. What's valuable? Well, in my world, which is the digital marketing, personal branding world, we teach you how to personally brand yourself. We teach you how to market properly. Teach you whether it be attraction marketing, whether it be ad marketing. We're teaching you something, and we're not asking anything back. In every 1 out of every 8 times, or 1 out of every 7 times, we're asking for you to do something. There's a call to action once every 8 times. That is, go join our email list. Go like, share, and subscribe. Something of that nature. How can I use influencer marketing in my personal brand strategy? That's a great question, Chloe. Let's answer it this way. You can collaborate with influencers whose audience aligns with your target market. They can help amplify your message and your mission to reach a more broad audience. Ensure your collaboration. Ooh, I'm tongue twisted. Ensure that your collaboration is authentic and mutually beneficial to maintain credibility, not just with you, with them. Just because they're an influencer doesn't mean that they like their brand less than you like yours. How do you stay updated with the latest trends in digital marketing? That's a great question, Charles. You follow industry blogs? I would just say, watch Google, watch industry leaders, watch people like Gary Vee, join professional groups on LinkedIn. Depending on what you do, you got to follow the leaders. So if you're in network marketing, Eric Worre, Ray Higdon, digital marketing, there's so many people, including Eric Worre, Ray Higdon. They do digital marketing, use it for the network marketing industry. Attend webinars and conferences. We've got a conference coming up in the fall, Marketing Makeover. You should be there. Take online courses. Someone has a course for sale, you can take it. I have courses, you can take those. I'm not pitching those right now, but we do have courses. Stay engaged in a community. Become part of communities, and always be continuously learning. That helps you adapt and implement the latest strategies, and that you'll be effective with them. Right now, all the rage is AI. Do you know anything about it? Do you know how to use it? Should I outsource parts of my digital marketing and branding efforts? Absolutely, if you can afford to, or if you can have interns. You can outsource tasks like content creation, social media management, and SEO to professionals and or agencies and or interns or virtual assistants. This allows you to follow and focus on core activities and ensures that specialized works are handled by you. The specialized thing is closing. The specialized thing is selling. Specialized thing is coaching and training. That's what you're specialized. You can hit or automate your social media presence and a lot of the other stuff. You can automate it. How do I create your unique value proposition? Johnny, I just want to tell you, you don't create it, you find it. You identify what sets you apart from everyone else. You don't have any competition. because your skills, your experience, your specific problems that you've overcome, that you can relate to your audience. Here we go again. Craft a clear and concise statement that communicates this value proposition to your people. How do I handle negative feedback or criticism online? Oh, that's a good question. Joseph, respond. This is what you respond. Respond to negative feedback professionally and constructively. So if someone says they didn't like something you did, be like, how could I have made it better? Acknowledge the issue, apologize if necessary, and offer a solution. Handling criticism well can demonstrate your commitment to the consumer and improve your brand's reputation. Now, if it's just a post on Facebook and someone says you're a boo-boo head or you're an idiot, what you do then is you just ignore them, because you're always going to have haters. What do we have here? A hater? No, don't pay attention to haters. What role does consistency have in personal branding and digital marketing? Consistency is the key. If I don't get excited about anything else, I'm going to get excited about this one. It is the most monotonous, horrible thing that you have in your business, but consistency is the key. It's the key to building a recognizable and trustworthy brand. Consistent messaging, consistent visuals, consistent interactions help reinforce you and your brand's identity to ensure your audience knows what to expect from you. And then you'll overcome the like, know, and trust factors. Hopefully that answers your question. How should I use analytics to improve my personal branding and digital marketing? Regular review analytics to understand what's working and what's not. Look at metrics like engagement rates, website traffic, conversion rates. Also, you can look at open rates in your email, click-through rates if you put links in there. Use all these insights to refine your strategies, optimize content, and better meet your audience needs. So you have something that you've offered 100 times and no one's taken a look at it, then one of two things. The title of that is not right, or your audience doesn't want that offer. What's the best way to engage with my social media audience? Well, you got to be active and responsive. Share valuable content, ask questions, encourage discussions, respond to comments and messages promptly. Engaging with the audience builds a sense of community and strengthens your relationship with them. Jimmy, this is a great question. And I also want to say that you got to always refer people to a community, refer people to having a discussion amongst themselves, and then you can jump in and straighten them all out if that's what needs to happen. But you got to encourage people to take and have discussion. How do you create a content calendar for your personal brand? First, you got to figure out what your goals are and what topics you want to cover. Use a calendar tool or a planner and plan out and schedule your content in advance. That's what I'm doing today. I'm creating this long piece of content. We're going to chop it up into 30 or so pieces, and then we're going to upload it so I have content for days on end. And then I follow up with responses. What is the role of authenticity in personal branding? If consistency is the key, authenticity is the lock. Consistency opens the lock, but authenticity keeps you. If you're not authentic, people won't let you in. People need to know they can trust you. You can't overcome the like, know, and trust factors unless you're consistent and authentic. It is the key to building trust and credibility. Be genuine in your interactions. Share true experiences. Don't make stuff up. Stay true to your values. Authenticity resonates with your audience and helps you build a loyal following. Look, if you have questions, please bring them to me. Let me know about them, because I'd like to hear about what it is that's important to you. My name is Chris Collier, host of Conquer with Chris. I'm glad I can be of service to you today. Have a great day.